the Philadelphia Eagles beat Kansas City 40-22. It was still a good game because it had to have been. Not that I know, I'm not a sports guy. I wish I was. I have great respect for sports, but I'm not very athletic. I will say that I left at the beginning of the third quarter, and when I left, Kansas City had nothing, zip, and the Eagles had, I can't remember what the score was. It was possibly 27, and then they got one more touchdown. And so then it was 34 when I left, so it was 34 zip. And then I got a call from my landlord and teacher who wishes to remain anonymous, but who informed me, and I said, I just wanted to get some rest because I was shoveling snow up here in New York a little bit there last night. And, just kind of helping out, taking care, keeping things safe out in front during the storm and after the storm. So I didn't really see the rest of the game. I just saw the score now. It was Philadelphia Eagles 40, Kansas City 22. And we are doing more work on our, this is, sports is, I talk about the art of fighting without fighting, and that's kind of like what sports is. That's what visual art is to me, and also music. But I'm supposed to just be doing art. And I keep on wanting to do music because I know it's a higher language even than art. And the reason I know that is because you can communicate to dogs, animals, plants, all forms of life, understand music as a way of communicating. But more specifically, dogs and humanity, tribe. So you can communicate to other tribes of humanity through music in a beautiful, positive way. It can bring unity, and also to animals, dogs, stuff like that. You can't do that with visual art, except you can use visual art. It's very effective between tribes of humanity, but not dogs. Okay, you show a picture to a dog, what'll they do? They'll probably sniff it and try to think if it's going to be edible. Maybe, I don't know. But they're not going to understand what it is to us. But to us, an image can communicate. They can understand maybe more than I'm saying. You can see there cats and dogs watching television and really seeming to understand what they're watching. There's videos of that on YouTube. And it probably exists that, but in general, if you draw this picture and show it to a dog, they're really not going to understand what this signifies. And what I think is that the way that art came probably into being has probably to do with tribes of humanity, representatives of a tribe saying, let me just show this picture. Let me draw a picture on this with charcoal from last night's fire on this big flat rock that's light enough to carry, and show it to the other tribe, and draw a picture of something that symbolizes food, water, hunting, something like that. Just for no other reason than to just establish a positive bond of communication, and maybe further and further on down the road, this is our hunting ground, but you can have it at this time when we're farming, stuff like that. So then you had a development of a generic set of symbols which represented these things. And if you look at, for instance, the Chinese alphabet and symbols that represent words and meaning and letters and sentences that convey thought and meaning, you could see. Well, I don't know enough to go any further about talking about Chinese. I barely speak English. Okay, folks. Seriously, though. Art is great, but I think music is greater, and that's how we're going to sum it up. And finally, we're going to say that it's February 10th, 2025, and that the Philadelphia Eagles beat Kansas City 40-22, and that it was probably a very good game. I saw, as I said, up until the third quarter, the beginning of the third quarter, and then I got word that Kansas City was making a really cool comeback there for a little while. But the final score was Philadelphia Eagles 40, Kansas City 22. Everybody have a great week, 2025.